I grew up in Redding, California. Humboldt State, which is in Arcata, California, which is far north California. No, but my definition of hard worker compared to seems today's students' version of hard worker is different. I think, like most students, they work harder when they're motivated or the subject or topic interests them, and I was really no different.
Put down domestic disorder. Put down domestic disorder.
Washed his hands and sealed his face.
Now, what is one of the reasons maybe parents would not necessarily buy the Blu-ray version?
Expensive.
Okay. If you can, how much are most Disney DVDs if you look? About $20. And for a Blu-ray, where you get the DVD and the Blu-ray, they're about how much? About 30. So really, there's not a huge difference. But what would be a reason why maybe you don't spend that extra $10?
You haven't converted all your stuff yet. Well, I mean, like, you still have so many DVDs, why start?
Okay, maybe that. But we're saying this. I have a Blu-ray player, okay, already. I don't have the specific Disney movie, okay? Why would I maybe just buy the DVD version rather than the Blu-ray version with the DVD as well?
Preference?
Like, there's nothing where you don't need it in like a Blu-ray like sort of thing. It doesn't need to be that like.
Okay.
It's not a necessity.
It's like
I mean, you don't have a Blu-ray player.
And
You don't-
eventually you will need to watch
You
it.
don't need it. There's not as much of a need, right? It's not a necessity item.
Yeah.
But what is the benefit that's advertised for a Blu-ray?
Quality.
Whisper.
What type of quality? Sound and remastered picture quality. Is there a lot better clarity?
Yes.
Yes. How many of you have seen any of the old Disney ones that they put out on Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Is there a big difference?
Yeah.
There is a huge difference. But
It looks almost 3D.
is little Joey 2-year-old gonna go, whoa, that is so much clearer, I'm glad we spent the extra $10. No, they don't care. So that's why. Why do you pay that extra $10? That's my point.
What if it inspires you?
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like.
Yeah, if I want to see it, yeah, it's not a necessity.
Like that movie doesn't need to be enhanced.
Silva's class definitely taught me time management and just prepared me for like a large workload. There was always just like a ton of writing and work to do, and you knew if like you didn't get started right away, you'd be up the night before like trying to get it all done. So it's definitely like taught me to like start early, like prepare for the unexpected, because you never know, like maybe you're gonna get sick the day before it's due, and it would be nice to have it done before that. So yeah, it's definitely helped a lot with time management.
I don't know what my class is like because I don't take it. I mean, the only thing that I can go on is based on what students say, and the majority of them say that it's harder than the other classes they have. But my college professor for English history, German history, and Western civilization was probably the hardest teacher I ever had, but I learned the most of any class, and it focused me because I knew I needed to be prepared for that class.
At first, I really didn't like it because I was like, oh, we're sitting here listening to him talk, taking notes, like, this is really boring. But I definitely, like, stuff, like, stuck with me for whatever reason. And also, like, a lot of classes, like, in college are structured with, like, lecture, and then you have, like, a separate class for, like, discussion. So his class is very kind of college-like, where, you know, you would take notes, and they don't really prepare you much for the exam, so that was like kind of like how he did it too, where he'd like kind of give you a broad like spectrum of what would be on the test, and like just to study like everything you could so you'd be prepared.
I found that when I'd come back from college, and my dad was still teaching at the time and he coached as well, that I enjoyed working with people of that age, high school age, and building upon skills, interacting with them, and just trying to help them out overall.
Don't make fun of
I,
You're waiting for it, you.
I'll bite my tongue.
Alright, so I like.
His sense of humor was, it got us through history class. Like, it was just like nice to have a comic relief, like when you're learning about, you know, things that are sometimes boring. And he was so funny, like all the time. So it definitely helped, like his humor. Disliked. The only time I disliked Silva was the time he made me cry, but that was kind of my fault because I assumed that I could just do what all the other kids did, where I was like sick the day of review. So I was like, oh, I can't take the test, like I need a day to study because I just got the review. So he was like handing out the test. Oh, here's a good story. Here's your story. So he's like handing out the test, and I'm just sitting there like thinking I'm cool, like I can take it tomorrow, and like I already was like, yeah, Silva, I'll take it tomorrow. And he's like, okay. He hands me a test, and I was like, haha, like there's an extra one here. And he was like, no, take it. And I was like, no, I cannot. I'm not gonna take this test. Like I'm gonna fail. And he's like, you're not gonna fail. Like you'll pass. Me, overachiever, passing. No, like I wanted that A, like in his class, like. So I was like, no. I was like, take it back. I'm not taking it. I told you, like, I'll take it tomorrow. I promise. Like, I'll come in the morning. Like, I'll do whatever. Like, just let me take the test tomorrow. And like he wasn't listening. I was like, please. Like, I was getting really upset. Okay, I was having a bad day too, I guess. Like, I'll blame part of that on that. But he just wouldn't listen, and I was like, please. And then I started crying in his class, and I don't know, people thought it was really funny, but then people also thought it was annoying, and they just kept yelling at me, like, just take the test, like. And so then he finally, like, realized he had pushed me to the limit and, like, let me take the test the next day. But he also, like, after that, like, he wrote in my yearbook, like, the crying will get you nowhere in college, which is kind of, like, harsh, but it's really true. And I guess, like, that was him, like, knowing that I could do better than I thought I could. And he definitely, like, knew that I was, like, an overachiever and that I constantly was pushing myself. So he was just kind of, like, helping me push myself through that, but I don't know. I didn't see it at the time. And, yeah, tears get you nowhere in college. Don't even try. Like, the professors don't even know you, so they're not going to care if you overslept your exam or whatnot.
Yeah, there's a method to what I do. No matter, it might seem that I just do it to make people suffer, but there is actually, you know, an end result that I'm looking for. So.
My name is Jeremy Silva. There's this one time, it was on so like we were in Silva's class, and Silva was like describing, like we were taking notes, and he was like, okay, we got a list, and I'm not going to describe these because they're pretty self-explanatory, and like the first thing on the list was like public support or something like that. And then somebody asked, like, in a sarcastic tone, oh, what's that? And then Jaya goes, it's when the public supports you, gosh. Freaking stupid. Jaya is just an idiot.